NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Hustle.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Ready?
On first down, Goodson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field when there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10.
And his throw is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down now, Goodson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. On third down, Goodson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Willis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Lance. Open man is Uzama.
Come on, Barno, that's a pick, buddy.
Right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here we go. Black clock. Faster, faster.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Niners at 4-6 now. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Defense.
Ready. Shot. 17. Get.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Down to about the 37.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Striker, 3-3.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Willis. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Goodson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Goodson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Willis, fourth down here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. And cycle.
In his own end zone, it's Lance. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ready.
3 yards remain for second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On the set. Go, Fienz.
Lance to throw on second down here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Field, block. Go red.
Now Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On first down, Goodson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Malik Willis with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready up. Fight, 97.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Okay, ready?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
52 blaster.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
38.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Shot, 17.
The Lance going to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Come on, set. Striker, 3-3. Right.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And they will score. Pick 6.
Do my dance on your bed, tell you know she loves
Charles, for
me.
this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Watch out now. 50 Fury. And cycle. Ready.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 84 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Fight, 97. Switch, yellow. Set.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Goodson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Mechie has it on the slam. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and run for it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
play here for a delay? No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run the counter. Goodson. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second-and-goal situation. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now, Goodson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. His throw incomplete.
Yo, come on to
That
catch
pass
the ball,
just a little
nigga.
bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd down, it's Willis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And
Come on,
that could
Madden.
be incomplete.
Don't
Too
start the
tough to hold on
bullshit.
to that one. It's 2nd down.
Don't
As
start
soon as
the
he leaked
bullshit
out and
now.
began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
To throw, here's Willis. Touchdown, Texans.
Do not go.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Damn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Trouble, 38.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They go play action with Willis. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself there.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And he'll be taken down, as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Three.
Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance looking to throw it.
Give me that. I told you
And
what
this is
quick,
intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Texans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Niners, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.
We will see.